The Chateau Valmont, the home of the de Lancels for 10 generations. The birthplace of one of France's great champagnes. The shadows from the turrets had begun to fill the courtyard as Paul and I rode out that afternoon. It was the perfect moment for harvest of what promised to be a great vintage. It had rained the night before, and the vines full of grapes gleamed in the sunlight. Paul, proud as ever, looked so handsome as he took the lead. After nearly 40 years together, through 2 wars and the birth of 2 fine girls, in this magnificent moment, I couldn't help but look back to when it all started, when I was a girl in Dijon.
There they are. Oh, Roger Grillon is so handsome. You're very lucky. One day he'll be a famous doctor like your father. Oh, Louise, I dread the thought of a life like my mother's. Nothing changing except the style of your shoes. I'm not interested in marrying Roger. I want to be a missionary, a nurse, a suffragette. Oh, I don't know. You could do far worse than young Monsieur Grillon. You too? I can't believe you said that. What makes him right except the size of his fortune? Do you mean to tell me that any man with both arms, both legs, no warts and wealth to come is a desirable husband? I wish I could find someone, even with warts. Come on.
Dear Eve, Professor Dutour maintains that your remarkable voice is suitable for the opera.
Thank you, madame.
So, Eve, you must sing something for us.
Indeed. I shall accompany you.
Your La Bohème is enchanting.
Something a little less somber, my treasure.
It's very easy, don't try and please me. I'll show the way how and whisper in your ear. A lazy tango, a love fandango. Your arms around me, you found me and I'm here. Just hear the sound of the music, my heart feels the rhythm. I'm driven along with this song.
Your behavior was unforgivable. It would not surprise me if the Grillons forbade their son to marry you.
Good.
Eve, behave yourself. Any sensible girl would give anything for the prospects of marriage to Roger Grillon.
It simply isn't bearable. A future without any hope of making my parents happy. Is that why I was born?
Go to your room. You're behaving like a child.
If time makes you happy with the things you hate, then I say it's a bad thing to grow up. If I don't want to get married, why should I?
My heart beats true, rendezvous with you.
She's back again. That's the 3rd time this week.
3rd time lucky.
You're playing with fire, Alan. That one's trouble, I tell you. I sense it. Remember that underage girl in Lyon? They ran you out of town. Next time it'll be worse.
Stop being such an old woman.
Yeah, but if that's you're a mysterious girl. You come to see me night after night, and yet I know nothing of you, except that you're an orphan who works in a shoe salon. It seems very one-sided, this friendship of ours.
Is that what you call it when a girl runs across half of Dijon to hear you sing every night? Friendship? Well, if that's what you say it is, then that's what it must be.
Come back with me to my boarding house. It's not far. And I assure you, it's perfectly respectable.
Owen, I've deceived you.
What do you mean?
I told you I was an orphan. I'm not. My father's the most important doctor in Dijon. And my mother wants me to marry some stupid boy because his father is rich. And I don't love him. I love you. And I know my parents would understand if they could meet you. I know they'd love you too. Oh, please come home with me tonight and meet them.
Tomorrow? Yes, tomorrow. The bill.
He's gone. His mother died suddenly. A message came this afternoon. He's taking the night train to Paris for the funeral.
There, mademoiselle.
Take off, stand clear.
Thank God I found you.
Are you totally insane? You're getting off this train at the next station.
I'm never going to leave you.
You must. You brought your family.
Oh, what have they got to do with it?
You don't understand a thing. Go back to your rich boy. I don't want to marry you.
I despise marriage. I hate everything about it. I expect nothing from you. I want to be with you, only that.
My darling, does anybody know you followed me? Did you tell your family about me?
Nobody in my world even knows you exist.
It's just you and I. Come with me.
finish my errands, I can come to the theatre and we can have lunch.
No. After rehearsal, I have a card game this afternoon.
Again?
Stop nagging. We cannot spend the rest of our days making love.
You should see a doctor.
I'll see who I want.
Oh, Alan.
Yes. Buy some food for the poker game.
My love was born on a fine summer's morn. My love is new as a dewdrop at dawn. All the red roses that glow aren't as big.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your singing so enchanted me, I forgot what I was doing.
I'm so sorry, Madame, to have disturbed you. I completely forgot that you could hear me.
I've listened to you often and always with delight.
You're very kind, Madame.
Come, we're neighbors, are we not? Call me Vivienne and join me for lunch. It's time we got to know each other.
Oh, I'd love to. Vivienne, I know no one in Paris.
Good. So, how do you like Paris?
Oh, I think it's the most marvelous place in the world. The people, the boulevards, the excitement in the air. I love it.
I drink to you, Eve. May you always be so happy. And I must thank you. Thank me. You have moved me to tears with songs I've heard 1,000 times. The music hall was my life as a showgirl. Now it is my hobby. So, will you go on tour with Alain this spring?
Of course. Oh, but I'm worried about him. He works so hard and he can't shake that cough.
It's been a terrible winter. I have a good doctor. I will arrange for him to see your man.
Oh, thank you.
Be careful with him, please. Step back. Please, step back, mademoiselle. Please.
Alain has pneumonia. He will need to stay in the hospital for some time.
Why don't you go home to Dijon? Paris is no place for a girl without a solid situation.
But I love him, Vivienne. I won't leave him. I need some money for his stay, or they'll put him in a public facility.
But I will make you a loan.
Oh, no. I can work as a sales girl or in the telephone company.
Oh, a million girls are just as suited as you to do that kind of work. Would you like to... No. I have another solution.
With your voice, I might be able to get you into the chorus at the Barbizon. Music hall.
My heart is whispering your name. My love is calling once again. And
This is no chorus, girl. How could you keep the secret?
all you can dream. I'm not the same.
So you have never before appeared in public, mademoiselle?
No, never, monsieur.
I think Monsieur Charles is impressed.
I must admit that I'm rather more than just impressed. In fact, mademoiselle, in time you could become a star.
Stop. But
Is that not your dream? Is that not why you came here today?
I need a job, monsieur. Not the answer to a dream.
But Eve is not a performer's name. You must think of a stage name.
Do you have a middle name?
Madeleine?
Madeleine. Maddie.
Maddie.
The Barbizon? Vivian is as mad as you are to think you stand a chance as a professional singer.
Well, I've got to do something to pay for the bills. Monsieur Charles liked my audition. He thinks I've got a chance.
Monsieur Charles liked your audition? You bitch!
Ella, please.
You're not strong enough to be out of bed.
Do you think I don't know what Vivian's business is? She's found herself another tart, not a singer. Well, I know why you passed your audition with flying colors. Because your best work, my pretty, is in the bedroom. Well, I'll have you one more time. With all the rest, have you. You got back to Dijon, you whore!
Sandra.
Get ready.
Oh, you look beautiful. Tonight you will conquer the audience of the Barbizon, Maddie. Soon you will conquer Paris.
Are you ready, Maddie?
Some people search all their lives. I feel that my turn has come to reach high into the sky. And finally, a star shines on me. Finally, I can touch eternity. My life will never be the same. My heart is burning without shame. I feel the sun in me. When you return, you will see a change. Some people search all the time. They're looking close to the ground. I find I'm gazing on high. And finally, a star shines on me. Finally, I can touch eternity. My life will never be the same. And love has come to me again. Endless horizons grow and show me all I need to know. Our lives will never be the same.
Get out of the car! Take cover! There isn't supposed to be any fighting around here, for God's sake!
My God, how did you know we were here? Did you come to save us?
Save you? Who the hell are you two? What the devil's a woman doing here?
She's a performer with the Army Theatre, sir.
I was going to Festubert to perform.
Perform?
Sing to the soldiers.
Then you're a damn fool, mademoiselle. It's in the opposite direction. You are on the German side of the lines. What's more, our troops are moving up. You'll have to spend the night here.
Yes,
Let headquarters know that there's another German unit here.
yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Soldier returning from the war, try to remember who you are. While you were gone, you felt alone. Soon you'll be going home. Soon you'll be home and safe again. Soon you'll return and smile again. Everything passes, life goes on. Soldier returning to your home. Soon you'll be with your family. Bad times will be a memory. Everything passes, life goes on. Soon you'll be going home.
Bravo. Mademoiselle, do you know any English soldiers' songs?
The Roses of Picardy, of course. And Tipperary. Everyone knows them.
Till we meet again. Do you know that?
Smile the while you kiss me sad. That one.
Please.
Smile the while you kiss me sad adieu. When the clouds roll by, I'll come to you. Then the sky will seem more blue. Down in Lover's Lane, my dearie, wedding bells will ring so merrily. Every tear will be a memory. So wait and pray each night for me.
Bruno has your eyes, Laura.
So my mother says.
The child is superb. The San Franciscos always produce beautiful children.
I've been sick with worry, wondering whether you'd ever know your child. What if you died and I were left alone?
Our country's at war. I have my duty.
It is a stupid make war. Let the others die.
I've asked Monsieur Benrou to come here to try and convince you. He has great influence with the minister.
Captain, the future of France lies with its diplomats. As Madame la Marquise has said, you don't belong in the front lines risking your life.
Where do I belong?
You belong with your wife and child. It could be arranged easily. You have a brilliant career ahead of you with the foreign ministry. One day you'll be an ambassador. Why risk all that for a patriotic whim?
Felix is right. Be sensible.
No.
I would rather be dead than have you leave me again. I beg you, stay with me. I need you. I need you here.
Law! I can't.
Law! Is this what you want?
She's been sick with worry ever since the baby was born. Aren't you concerned about your wife and child?
There are other wives who miss their men.
Oh, look at me. If you leave me, I will kill myself.
Law, put that gun down. It's loaded.
I pray that he dies in battle.
There's an officer outside who says that he knows you.
What's his name?
He didn't say.
French or English?
French, of course. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bothered you.
Send him in.
I hope I'm not disturbing you, mademoiselle.
Not at all, Colonel.
I had no idea who you were. And then tonight, when I heard you sing, at the very first note, I knew.
That night. 2 years ago. Yes. Oh, yes. The night in the farmhouse. How could I forget that night? You fell asleep while I sang.
But your voice stayed with me.
What is your name, Colonel?
Paul de Lancel. Maddie. Will you dine with me tonight, mademoiselle?
Why not? Who can refuse a brave man?
I'll wait for you outside.
But, Colonel, you must promise me one thing.
Anything you ask.
You must not tell me I'm a damn fool again.
I'd hoped you'd forgotten how unforgivably rude I was.
On the contrary, it was far too memorable ever to forget. I like being in your arms.
When you were singing to the men in the farmhouse, I imagined that every word was for me alone. Eve, will you marry me?
It's been more than 3 hours since you came to my dressing room. Officers are brave and impetuous. Why has it taken you so long to ask me?
It took me 2 years to find you again.
No. In that case.
In that case?
Yes, my Colonel. Yes.
Sense for you, a star, to quit. Never. Now that the war is ending, everyone in France will be at your feet.
But I must be with my husband,
Do you
Jacques.
think you can throw stardom away this year and expect to find it again?
Does your wife sing at the Barbizon, Jacques?
Wife? What wife?
If you had a wife and came home to dinner, would you be overjoyed to learn that she had just left for the theater, or was trying on a new costume, or had a rehearsal? Would you enjoy waiting for her till after midnight every night but one, when the Barbizon is dark?
No. I would not. Damn you, Mattie.
You understand, don't you? Oh, do I understand love?
Where's Bruno?
Unfortunately, he's in Avignon. With his aunts and cousins. He enjoys the country very much. I thought you knew.
But I wrote to you weeks ago that I'd be coming here to say goodbye before we left for Australia. I can't get to Avignon and back, but I must explain to Bruno that once we get settled, I'll send for him.
I'm so sorry, Paul. Count on me to explain everything to him. I'm sorry my wife is unable to receive you. Slight indisposition.
Please give her my sympathy.
You've been a very brave boy, Bruno. Now you can go to your room and play. Well, he will be back. We must expect it.
By then, our influence will be total. Bruno will no longer be his child, my dear. Penrue has obliged me with securing very distant assignments for Lancel. In time, Bruno will learn to hate him. I shall see to that.
After postings to Australia, Africa, and China, I would have preferred Fiji over this.
Suva has a nice climate, I'm told, but it's a bit limited from the cultural point of view.
Still, it is the capital, and I would have been the ambassador instead of remaining consul.
Isn't it a great honor being Consul General of Los Angeles?
Of course it is, Delphine.
It took us days to cross the country. Soon I'll be able to fly and save all that boring time we spent on the train.
What do you think?
Oh, it's beautiful. Hey, why the frown?
Freddie insists that from the time she was 5, we promised her a plane ride.
I refuse to be confirmed unless I get a plane ride.
Very well, I'll make inquiries where they have planes that do such things. We'll take the ride together.
Oh, no, Daddy. I want to go up alone.
You can't fly a plane by yourself.
Just me and the pilot. Please, Daddy, so I can imagine it's just me by myself.
Well, possibly.
Oh, Daddy.
You like the view, huh, kid?
It's great, Mr. McGuire. It's better than great. So when's the lesson start?
Lesson? What lesson?
This lesson. My lesson.
Hold on, Freddy. Your father didn't say anything about a lesson.
He was nervous about finding out if you were okay. He didn't get a chance. Why do you think we came to a flying school?
If I'd known this was going to be a lesson, you'd still be on the ground learning how to check out this plane.
I'll do it next time.
Darn right you will. Not just next time. Every time. Now pull it back a little bit. Whoa, not so fast. Easy. Nice and easy. Level it off. It's great. It's great. Now tell me what you feel when we land her.
She wants to land, Mr. McGuire. She wants to land all by herself.
That's right. How'd you know that?
I felt it. I really felt it in my seat, Mr. McGuire.
That's right. That's where you gotta feel it. Next time you go flying, wear pants. And the name's Mac.
Do you realize you've been gone for almost an hour? I've been worried out of my mind.
Well, a lesson lasts an hour. In fact, we're a couple of minutes early.
I said nothing about a lesson.
Well, Mrs. Lancel, you're, my mistake. I'm sorry to have worried you.
Freddie, get in the car.
Watch your head.
So how much is that?
Couple of bucks. Thanks.
I'll be back, Mac. I don't know when, but soon.
I never doubted that kid. Not for a moment.
See you, Mac.
See you, Freddie.
Thank you, Steve.
You turn around until you get a compression point. Push! Back off. See? See this thing right here? Just pull it back. Pull it back towards you. Good. And as this goes up and back. Down the other way. Lay it down.
Girls must have some champagne.
Freddie is too young to drink.
I am not.
Not for champagne, my dear. The true native tastes champagne just after he's born. A drop on the tongue. Besides, this is a great and happy occasion. My son returns, and not alone this time, with his whole family.
And at last, I meet my dear grandchildren, Delphine and Marie-Frédérique.
Freddie, grandmother.
Yeah, I see. Well, Freddie it is.
Here's to the happiest of occasions.
To the happiest of occasions.
The happiest of occasions. When I promised you a surprise for lunch today, I wasn't exaggerating.
Bruno.
Get down and greet the new arrivals, darling.
I think, Bruno, a hug might have been more appropriate.
Well, I hardly know you.
And whose fault is that? Every year I've begged you to visit us in the summer, but you never came. Foreign Service has taken me all over the world, but you could have traveled to us.
Well, you know very well that I could not leave my Saint-Fric or grandparents. Their health was always precarious. After all, they were my real parents. I had to think of them.
Well, I'd like you to meet your stepmother. Eve, my dear, this is my son, Bruno.
Bruno.
Madame? You might have warned me.
Bruno, darling, I love surprises.
Hi. I'm Freddie, your half-sister.
Ah, yes.
You don't look anything like your pictures.
You couldn't have been more than 10 in those pictures.
And you're Delphine?
Will you be here this week?
I'm afraid not. No, I have to go into the cavalry to do my military service in 2 days.
Have you made up your mind about your plans after the military?
I shall read political science at university. It is my ambition to become Prime Minister and rid the government of lamentable fools.
What do you propose in their place?
A strong man. One strong man instead of a bunch of cretins. Look what Hitler has done in Germany.
Hitler? You approve of that unspeakable criminal?
He is a political genius. He has outlawed the communists and put the Jews in their place.
That's enough of politics.
Especially not today. This is a great reunion, and you simply cannot spoil it.
Well, you ride very well.
We're not uncivilized in California.
How old are you now?
Almost 19.
Mm-hmm. Sort of approaching the dangerous age, then.
The dangerous age. My mother won't let me out of the house past 10 o'clock until my next birthday.
Well, your mother has reason to keep you locked up. I expect she's afraid you've inherited her tendencies.
What? Tendencies?
Bruno, I insist you tell me what you were talking about.
Well, did your mother ever tell you about running away from Dijon to Paris?
No, she didn't. How exciting.
No. No, it wasn't really exciting at the time. When she was about your age, she ran away with a third-rate music hall singer. They lived together in Paris as lovers until she met our father and forced him to marry her. In fact, everybody says that she had a great many other lovers as well.
Told you such terrible lies.
You see, Delphine, that's the reason our father's been ignored in his career. With his war record and his name, he should have been an ambassador by now instead of being exiled as far from France as possible.
You're lying.
No, Delphine. I really wish that I were, but It's true. In fact, she performed with naked showgirls. It's really remarkable how that woman has managed to turn herself into a lady since she married father. You, well, you have to admire her for that.
I don't believe a single word you're saying.
But if you think I'm lying, all you have to do is ask her.
You frightened me. I hope they're not bruised.
Eve, is anything wrong?
It's all right, Paul. I'm sure your grandparents taught you some manners.
Manners are a sign of respect. I have no respect for tramps.
You were doing? Huh? Answer me!
Practicing loops!
You stupid kid! How could you try a stunt like that? You could have killed yourself!
I've read this book 100 times! I could do them in my sleep!
Damn it, Freddie! Nobody is ever allowed to start doing aerobatics without an instructor and a parachute, you dumb, arrogant kid! No, you're not going anywhere till you promise me you're never gonna try this again. Huh?
Mac's right, young lady. I'm Swede Castelli.
Hi, I'm Freddie Delancelle.
Oh, you're the one who wants to be Amelia Earhart. Mac's been talking about you. Those were damn fine loops up there.
Purely decorative, Mr. Castelli.
Yeah, Mac and I used to decorate up there once upon a time. Now he's given up on me. I'm a stunt coordinator for the movies.
Mac used to do stunt flying?
Oh, yeah, he was the best. I'll never forget you, McGuire, doing Jean Harlow in Hell's Angels.
Shut up, Swede.
You used to do women's stunts?
Yeah, we all did, in wigs and makeup. Too bad we didn't have any women stunt pilots. We could use some.
Will you just get out of here, Swede?
What's biting you, Mac? The money's good. A couple more hours, kid will be able to handle the basic bumps. What do you say, Freddie?
I don't think so, Mr. Castelli. For one thing, I've got to start college in 2 weeks. In addition, my father would kill me. And if there was anything left over, Mac would finish the job.
Well, maybe next year, huh? Or maybe the year after that now.
No, nice to
come
meet
on
you,
now.
Mr. Castelli.
You never know.
Mac! Mac! Hey, does this mean I can't use the Cub again? I'm really sorry, Mac. I promise I'll never do loops again. I'm sorry, it was my fault. Okay?
Just get out of here, kid. Go.
Thanks. I'm
sorry. Thank you.
Shut up.
Lieutenant Geary. We raided one of the gambling ships that was working in the bay. Your daughter was picked up with the rest of the customers. When she sobered up, she claimed diplomatic immunity. My captain had to call you.
Thank you. Can I see her?
Sure. Everything's been fixed. Okay? Wait here. Bill?
Oh. Go ahead, let her out. Come on.
Mr. De Lancel?
I'm sorry, Father.
What were you doing in a place like that?
If I'd had another way to get out of jail other than to call you, I would have done it. Everybody I know gambles. I've made enough to supplement my clothing allowance.
If I hadn't been a diplomat, the charges against you wouldn't have been dropped and there would have been a hearing. I will not tolerate the kind of life you've been living. Boys, parties, drink. Your so-called new friends have been a bad influence on you, and I forbid you to see them anymore.
You ruined my life.
You're ruining your own life by yourself as far as I can see.
Who are you to talk? What? Just how old were you when you were living with a lover in Paris? You were younger than I am now. And how many years before that was it you married Father? How many lovers did you have?
Who told you these things?
Bruno. You told me everything. The holiday we spent in France. Is that true?
Yes. It's true. About Paris and a lover. But only one. And not another until I met your father.
Your parents couldn't stop you from doing what you wanted to do, could they?
You paid the price for including me in your world. And now Delphine will too.
Don't be sad, okay? It's only for the summer, and you know Grandma will treat you like a princess.
I'm not sad. I'm gonna be free. And I'm gonna have a wonderful time in France, even though I'm being sent there to behave like a lady. You should behave like a lady. Take care of Mom and Dad. She's full of hurt right now because of what I said. I don't think she's ever gonna forgive me.
I think she already has.
I know you think I'm a hypocrite, but
Why didn't you tell us?
Your father knew everything, and he understood. I wasn't sure you would.
Bye. Bye. Of course I'm sure. I want the job. Is it a deal? Really? You mean really? Oh, wow. Thanks, sweet. Okay, I'll see you on Monday. Okay, thanks. Bye. I have a job.
What sort of job?
Exhibition flying for the movies. Oh, it's easy for me.
I knew we were wrong when we agreed to your flying lessons, but this is out of the question. You're not allowed. You hear me? Not allowed.
There's no way you can stop me.
Of course there is. You will do as I say, or you will leave this house at once until you come to your senses. Do you understand?
Yes, Father.
Ran away from home, huh?
I was asked to leave. It was a never darken my door again departure. Told him I wasn't going to college. Be buried alive in library dust.
What do you plan on doing?
Get a job. I've got a lead or two. You wouldn't happen to have a sandwich in this place, would you?
You ran away before dinner. Bad timing.
Thank you.
So do they know where you are?
Mm-mm. Can I have some of that, please?
What, are you out of your mind, kid? This is whiskey. You want some soda pop? It's in the fridge. No wonder your father kicked you out.
I've never been saner in my life. And I'd like some whiskey, Professor.
I'm getting really sick of you calling me Professor.
I've never called you that before.
Oh, yeah? Well, once is enough. Cut it out. Look, Swede told me that he gave you a job.
I thought he would. And what did you say to Swede?
I read that script. There's no way that you're going to be doing a blow up in the air with a bailout, Freddie.
Yes, I am.
Well, you are.
The hell I will.
Not while I'm alive.
Let go of me.
No. Do this.
Please make love to me.
I can't, Freddie. You know I can't.
I've always loved you.
That's not right, Freddie.
It's too late to say no.
Must be crazy.
You know you love me.
You're the love of my life. I'd die for you.
But how can it not be right?
that door, Sir Jean-Luc.
Damn. Her flirting is so even-handed. She is pure magic. Does she like me? Uncle owns the De Ville Film Studios in Paris. Coming from Hollywood, you'd probably be a bit bored watching the production of a new film. But if not, well, perhaps I could show you around.
Oh, yes, and 3 stages at Bilancourt. Just mind this cable here and follow me. Now, you know that next week we're starting on Silent Night with Gabin. We're very excited about that. Mind the cable there. I'll take you down to stage 4. There's a talented director there doing an adaptation on Turgenev. If you go through here, we'll go across stage 3.
It's the wrong color, it's the wrong size. I'm sorry. Sorry. It's a damn stupid place to stand and gape.
I'm so sorry.
All right, lads, now move that up a bit. Just up, just a bit more. Right, now lock that on.
Come on, let's go. This is no longer interesting. I did warn you.
Oh, they'll be at it again soon.
No, I want to watch, please.
As you wish.
I swear I will tear his guts out next time I lay eyes on him. Babu, that son of a bitch has given me hundreds of yards of unusable rubbish.
That's Sadovsky.
He's so crude.
But he's a genius.
All right, Nico. Who the hell is she?
Not an actress, Armand. She's too unself-conscious. She's looking around like a tourist. She's not French. She's altogether too trim and tidy in the way she's put together.
I want to test her for the part of Marie. Well, look at her, for heaven's sake. I think this one can make men tremble. Arrange it for this afternoon.
But Armand, how can I?
Nico, you're my casting director. Hmm? Do it.
Mademoiselle, hello. My name is Nico Ambert. I'm the casting director of the studio.
Lucky I didn't hurt you back there. You should be more careful. I hope you're not nervous.
Should I be?
No, of course not. Thank you for indulging me. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
You need a haircut.
Yes, I know, I've been told. I hope it won't bother your performance.
No, it amuses me.
Shall we? Now, first, you must not look at the camera, if you can help that. Now, would you like to read the scene to yourself first, perhaps?
Well, I'm not an actress. What good would that do?
To orientate yourself, perhaps?
No, you orientate me, monsieur. You seem to like giving orders.
Well, in that case, I will deliver you to Babu. Who will light you like an angel, won't you, Babu? She's all yours.
Right, now we'll need some backlight here. Bring that down there.
ridiculous. How long has it been?
Stop whining like a schoolboy. It was your idea.
Cut! No! You're getting carried away with this little girl innocence. You're just about to kill a man, for God's sake. You're a rich bitch with murder on your mind. Do it again, from the beginning.
Not again.
Yes, again. Film, they say, lives forever. In this scene, you haven't even scratched the emulsion.
You're an arrogant, opinionated bastard!
Yes! Yes! That's the way to say the line.
My God, she's exciting.
Get someone to give her a contract.
Hi.
I'm looking for my daughter. Freddie?
I'm Terrence McGuire. It's a great pleasure meeting you, Mrs. Delanso. Freddie, I'm gonna drop some parts off in Burbank.
Mother, I want you to meet...
Mr. McGuire and I have met.
Mac, why don't you stay?
I think you two have some catching up to do.
He's very attractive.
Oh, he's wonderful. Your favorite? So you're gonna take the boat on Tuesday from New York?
Since Jean-Luc had a stroke, your grandmother needs me to help her for a while. I'll join your father in Paris when everything's properly organized at Valmont.
Why won't Father talk to me?
There's nothing I can do. He's very hurt, and this awful curtain won't let anyone pass through.
He's so stubborn.
It's very hard for a parent when he believes that nothing he says matters anymore. We become like children in our anger and disappointment.
I know. I phoned his office. He won't take my call. If only he would talk to me.
He's always had trouble expressing his real feelings to anyone.
Even to you?
I make a special effort to pry them out. You're a bit ahead of your time for him to understand.
I don't think Mac understands me either.
Maybe you're a bit ahead of your time for him, too.
No, if you're trying to point out the difference in our ages, it simply doesn't matter.
I know. I understand.
I have a problem. I must speak to you.
Well, come in.
So, what's your problem, huh?
The picture's finished.
big hit. What more do you want?
I'm in love with you.
Took you long enough to get around to it.
Is that all you have to say?
You are unspeakably spoiled.
I'm aware of that.
And appallingly privileged. And you've done nothing to deserve it but be outrageously decorative. Hmm? You always have been. You always will be. And you'll always take advantage of it.
That's not my fault. How can I help that? What does it have to do with my loving you?
For one thing, I hear you've done some painful things to a lot of men.
What can I do if people fall in love with me? Can I love them back on command?
They should put out storm warnings when you're on the loose.
I have never really been in love before.
Come on. Isn't this just part of the fantasy? Hmm? Part of becoming a film star?
I wish it were a fantasy. Oh, I should have known better than to come here.
I love you too. Frankly, you scare the hell out of me. I did not want to become another victim.
No, it's not possible. If you love me, why didn't you say something? Just tell me when you fell in love with me.
Oh, you had me the first time I turned around and looked at you. Believe me, it was quite involuntary.
Aren't you going to kiss me?
No. First I must undress you. Button by button. I must be careful not to damage the dress. It's just too right.
It's too right for what?
Oh, you know, the scene in American movies where the girl tells the guy she loves him. Clever dress, severe, uncompromising, low cut. Poor sucker never has a chance.
A little more. Keep it shut. Keep it shut. Right there, look. Okay. All right. Easy now. Oh, what are you... You've got incredible technique.
Yours isn't so bad either. Where'd you learn it?
I had a big old smelly, shaggy dog when I was a kid.
You never told me.
Huh? Well, he ran away.
Hey, wait a minute! I bet you loved your dog.
You bet.
I wish I knew you then. When are you gonna marry me?
Oh, listen, kid.
Hey, I'm not a kid anymore. When, Mac?
Freddie,
Look at me. Look at me. When, Mac? When?
I can't, Freddie.
The hell you can't! You're not married? Look, we can go to Las Vegas today and get married before sunset.
I mean, you won't, don't you?
No, I mean, it wouldn't be fair to you. It would be unforgivable. My God, Freddie, you're barely 20, and I'm 43.
Mother figured 35. See, you're way ahead of the game.
No, we're a generation apart. I am too old for you, Freddie!
That makes no difference to me. I've never loved anyone but you. I'll never marry anyone but you. No matter how old you get, you'll never free yourself from me. You'll never be free of me. Like, the older we get, the less difference it'll make.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
You're being unfair.
No, what wasn't fair was my making love to you that first time and not stopping then, because none of this would have happened. You know, I couldn't resist you. And I still can't resist you in anything but this. I am not going to marry you, Freddie.
No wonder your dog ran away. I don't really want to get married anyway. Just thought I should make an honest man out of you.
Yeah, I knew you'd see the light. Delphine, my darling. At last out of hiding. Well, you're as beautiful as ever. Mwah.
I'm so happy to see you. This is your new little place, is it, you joker? You must be doing very well.
I am, as a matter of fact. I'll tell you all about it. Come and have a cocktail. Delphine, there is something serious which I wanted to say to you. You are a great charmer. And that is something more rare than beauty and, for me, as valuable as talent. In addition, you are an aristocrat from one of the oldest families of the provincial nobility. There is no man you cannot have.
You have had too much champagne. Or you're going to try and sell me to somebody.
No. It's a crime to waste yourself.
What on earth are you talking about?
I'm talking about your affair with Armand Sadovsky.
That's none of your business.
Delphine, I've heard it from a dozen people.
What people could possibly know?
People recognize you, Delphine. Since your film has been such a great success, suddenly you have a face so famous you cannot cross the street without causing a stir. And as far as the world of cinema goes, well, Guy has known about it for months.
They can choke on their gossip.
Damn it, Delphine, listen. You see, if it were just an affair, I would not have presumed or bothered to try and bring you to your senses. But your Sadovsky is a Jew. Delphine, how could you?
You don't mean that, do you?
Yes, I do, Delphine. For both our sakes. You see, it is my duty to protect you. You are my half-sister and still of my blood. We are going to have to fight Germany, and we are going to lose.
You're insane. Oh, going...
And when we lose, Delphine, Sadovsky will be treated like the Jews of Germany. He will have no job, no home, no citizenship. Do you want to share that with him?
You are a disgusting coward, and I am ashamed to be related to you. Why don't you go and crawl into one of your brave ancestors' suits of armor? Perhaps it will give you some guts.
Sweet! Mac! Sweet, that was beautiful, darling. Beautiful!
Thanks, Otto. Mac, I want this next shot done by noon. We'll talk about it at 10.
Right. I don't like the looks of this sky, Sweet.
Should I go get Freddie?
No, we won't need her.
Coming out of retirement, huh? Huh?
Good luck, Freddie.
It's all checked. You sure? It's unconditionally guaranteed for 90 days from the day of test run. It's not bad.
Hi, guys. Ready?
Freddie, we're not going to need you for the rest of the day.
You what? I've been ready for this stunt for 2 weeks. When Joe dropped out, you promised me I could do it.
I know, I've changed my mind. With all this chop upstairs and these explosives, it's going to make the bailout too dangerous for you.
You can't do this to me, damn it. Sweet.
It's your call, Mac.
Let's do it.
Mac,
Huh?
you're crazy. I can do this. Would you please let me?
No, not this one, honey. It's Buck and Bronco time up there.
So what? I can do this stunt with my eyes closed. I don't care if there's a tornado up there.
Yeah, I know, but it's school time. You watch me, I'll show you how to pick the soft clouds.
How boring.
You never could stand the calm, could you?
Let's go.
Here you go. All right, now waggle your wings when you're ready for action.
Yeah.
You let the hiney get on your tail.
Right.
You take her to 5,000 feet, you push a red button and get out. Set for 10 seconds. You make damn sure you're well clear of the explosion before you pull the ripcord. Now, she's loaded with TNT.
Get out of here.
Okay, you ready, Mac?
Ready?
Camera. Rolling. Okay, action, Mac.
Contact.
Mac? Mac.
He's gone, Freddie.
How can I live if Mac is dead? I can't. I can't.
Very good.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, idiot!
Why don't you watch where you're going?
What the hell? You're crazy. Are you somebody's driver?
No, I'm a pilot, same as you.
Does Hitler know?
Why don't you write him a letter?
Right, did I miss anything? Bloody uncomfortable journey, mountain of forms to fill out, and some remarks from blokes who think we ought to be driving ambulances instead of flying planes. Name's Jane Longbridge.
Freddie Delancel. I think we should be fighting if we're flying. The RAF get all the action while we just ferry unarmed planes from the factories to the airfields. Damn it.
I'm Captain Douglas, your commanding officer. My job is to find at least a couple of you who will pay as much attention to flying as applying lip rouge. Unfortunately, higher powers have seen fit to accept women into the Air Transport Auxiliary, where you are without my blessing. Because I don't believe you girls ought to be flying planes, and most of you can't even cook a decent dinner.
Only a man would say something like that.
And who are you?
First Officer de Lancel, Captain.
Lancel. Something tells me we're going to be wasting our time coming to your rescue.
Sir, these planes we ferry have never been flown before. There might be a screw loose in one or two of them, but nothing we can't cope with.
Another rah-rah Yank who can do anything.
I fly by the seat of my pants just like you do.
You don't have the what-fors to fill them.
You show me yours, and I'll show you mine, sir.
while the RAF keep the German Luftwaffe fully occupied, ships of every description, from destroyers and steamers to tugboats, come to the rescue of the Allied forces in France. The world watches breathlessly as the soldiers in their tens of thousands evacuate the beaches of Dunkirk.
It's Amy. Amy Johnson? Yes. Oh my God, is that really her?
She's incredible. She soloed from London to Australia in this little old moth, and then went on to do Paris to Cape Town. She's an incredible pilot.
British troops are joined by their comrades in arms from France.
I'd advise you two to hold over until the soup clears. These two Spitfires can wait at Vickers.
Amy Johnson didn't hold over, sir.
The redoubtable Amy Johnson was racing the Atlantic when you couldn't even reach the controls. I'll pipe you when the weather lifts.
Carry the fight back to the mainland of Europe. And every man, woman, and child in England echoes that sentiment. And the message to the Germans is, we'll be back.
The Germans will be in Paris in less than a day, and the French have only themselves to blame.
I've done what you asked. These papers will confirm your discharge from your tank unit. The government is in chaos. No one knows what the Germans will do with us. Your grandfather, with his influence, always protected me. Now he's gone. What about you?
Monsieur, I have no concerns for myself. There will always be an aristocracy. In times of trouble, the French have always returned to the land. I think I shall go back to Valmont.
But Bruno, what do you suggest I do?
Oh, you, Penrose. Well, I leave you to your wits. You have always prospered by them, regardless who was in power.
Eve, the greatest of good fortune, Bruno has come back to us. Come and have a glass of champagne, Eve.
No, thank you. I have work in the fields to check with Monsieur Charles.
Eve's a remarkable woman. She's been such a help.
Yes, well, all that has changed now. I'm here to do whatever is necessary.
Eve has an instinct for the soil. You ought to get to know her.
Yes, well, I mean no disrespect, Grandfather, but I had a mother, I have a grandmother. I do not really need a stepmother.
Morning's out. Temperature down here never changes. It's nature's affection for our champagne.
And how much cellar do we have?
2 miles of cellars in this one tunnel. 5 in all. I have something to show you.
cellar is always full. Always. It's the strength of the House of Lancel. It's our treasure.
But, what good does it do to hoard it?
We lost all our vines in the phylloxera plague of 1878. In the last 70 years, Champagne has been the battleground for 3 wars. The enemy's taken every bottle he could lay his hands on. So, since 1918, our family has kept back a percentage of the best wine every year. The Lancels will always be able to rebuild or replant or restore the vineyards by selling this champagne. No one has a key to this treasure except the male members of the family. I have one, your father, of course. And today, I give you yours.
Thank you.
Protect it with your life.
I promise.
Well, here's to the future.
To the future.
Eve? What is it, my dear?
Jean-Luc, I have bad news. I heard on the radio that France has officially surrendered.
Well, I predicted this would happen. So, we will survive here in Balmont, never fear.
I was taken prisoner at Dunkirk. We are allowed only to write and say we are well and working. I will survive and come back to you. I love you, my dearest. Armand.
Heil Hitler. I am Captain Rottemann. On orders of the Führer and Herr Klebisch, administrator of Champagne. This domain is now under the authority of the Reich. It will be your duty to provide champagne exclusively for the German armed forces. Who's in charge of the vineyard?
I am.
Your name?
Yves de Lancel.
What is your name?
Bruno de Lancel.
You will come with me. I want to survey your fields. You will show me.
Yes.
I will arrange an inventory of all stock tomorrow and meet with your foreman. That woman is your mother?
No, that woman is my stepmother. There is no reason to deal with her. I've just returned from the army. I was a tank commander in the 17th Regiment.
The 17th? An assignment reserved for aristocrats. A very safe place to be. All practical men, no doubt, who have always found a secure place in history.
Well, all who have always had generations of ordinary people to serve them.
You're an arrogant French bastard.
Captain, you are a stranger here. A conqueror, yes. But we have had conquerors before, and the Champenois have always triumphed.
Yes?
Trust me.
Trust you? It is always safer to execute a Frenchman than to trust him.
Yes, I know, but then I could never be of service to the Third Reich, and never see you promoted to the high rank you so richly deserve. Madame, from now on I shall be taking full responsibility in the running of the vineyards.
You know nothing about running Valmont. Nothing at all.
It is my blood right. I have no intention of taking orders from you.
Where does all your hatred come from?
The air you breathe, Madame.
Madame? When the harvest comes, we should do well. These are the best grapes in the world, except for the Rhineland.
Then you should have stayed there. You Germans should have remained where you were wanted.
If you French had any backbone, you would have given us a better fight. Where's your husband?
In London, with the Free French.
Only certain important Frenchmen are in London. Very few French are free.
And where are the important Germans, Captain Rutermann?
Wherever we're needed. The Vicomte is very charming and helpful.
I expected he would be, Captain.
Hi. Hello, Freddie. Had a good trip? Yeah, it was okay. Took Wellington up to Rumsey. Uh-huh. What's new? Oh, not much. Dodo pranged a Spitfire over at Bigham Hill yesterday. Captain Douglas nearly had a heart attack. And some Free French officers arrived this morning. Group sending them up to Scotland tomorrow. Can't think why. Oh, look, that's them over there.
I can't believe it's you.
Nor are you.
What are you doing here?
I'm working under de Gaulle, training Free French forces. I'm flying up to Edinburgh tomorrow to take command of a tank regiment.
Missed you so much. I'm sorry that I left without talking to you, without saying goodbye. Father, you've got to talk to me.
I don't know how to begin.
Just say what you feel.
Mother and Delphine, have you heard from them?
They're both trapped in France. Neither one would leave when there was still time. Occasionally, I get word about them, thanks to the resistance radio. They're both well.
Good.
Freddie. When I see you sitting there looking so vulnerable, I just wish I could make up for the past.
You don't need to. We love each other. That's all there is to it.
You're so dear to me, Freddie. I wish I tried harder to understand you. And the solution was so simple. I just had to look at your mother and know that all would be well. You make me so proud.
Cut! Oh, marvelous, darling, marvelous. Clear love.
Thank you.
Now then, the garden scene.
It's good to have you back, Delphine.
There's nothing else to do, Nico.
It's better to work than go mad. You heard from Armand?
Yes. A postcard now and then to show our conquerors are civilized.
General? This is our finest sound stage. Audio equipment.
Who's that with Groven?
General von Stern, among other things, is in charge of propaganda in Paris.
Graven, look at her. Bring her to me, that one. I'd like to meet her.
With due respect, General, I think you are wasting your time. She has refused all of my invitations, in spite of the fact that she works for me.
If you were the only girl in the world, and I were the only boy, nothing else would matter in the world today. We would go on loving in the same old way. The Garden of Eden, just made for two, with nothing to mar our joy. I would say.
Hi, what's up? Amy Johnson. She crashed into the Thames estuary. Oh, God. Report just came in from group. Apparently she bailed out and landed in the drink. A trawler saw her go in, but it was too late. By the time they got there, she disappeared.
If only she wasn't flying over the water. If the weather hadn't been so bad, this would...
No if-onlys. She made the decision to fly in spite of the fog. She went over the top and got lost. You're not supposed to go over the top, ever. It was character as much as weather, Freddie.
Character?
Don't we all have our own particular flying character? She was at fault.
Amy Johnson? Don't you dare say a word against her.
not just Amy, is it? No, it's not just Amy. What you said about flying character, it just reminded me of someone. Jane, would you believe it if I said that I only had one lover? Someone that I loved very deeply. His name was Terrence McGuire. Is that the reason that you're here? Yes. Oh, God. What is it? The song. When we were blue as kids, our mother used to sing it to us.
Janie!
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All the best.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Hello. Janie.
Lovely to see you. This is Freddie.
I am so glad you're here at last, my dear. I can't wait to judge for myself whether Jane has exaggerated her tales of your good influence.
Actually, Jane's been a good influence on me, Lady Longbridge.
Oh, nonsense. We know our Jane. She's unredeemable. But she's rather sweet from time to time. Now, get into the car before you turn to ice.
How are you, kids? Hello. Oh, lovely to see you. Sorry. Hello, darling.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, hello, you. Hello, how are you?
Come in. Oh, you're up. Did you sleep well? No, I'm still in sibling shock. Who are all those children?
My sister Elizabeth. Well, since the bombing in London, we keep them down here for safety.
Now, I have run you a bath. Me and this fireplace aren't going anywhere.
No. I mean a real bath. A hot, pre-war bath, strictly illegal. More than the regulation 3.5 inches, so I have to keep it secret.
You shouldn't have. But since you did.
Follow me.
All right. Ta-da! Oh my goodness.
Oh.
She's gone in. Let's go.
Right.
What are you doing here?
I followed this Messerschmitt and knew there was a hot bath around here somewhere.
Right. First Officer Marie-Frédérique de Lancel, may I present my brother? Squadron Leader, the Honourable Anthony Alistair Wilmot Longbridge. Freddie, Tony.
Are you quite sure?
Oh, quite sure. I think I remember him very well.
Good evening, Squadron Leader.
Good evening, First Officer. Out of uniform, I see.
On leave, sir.
The circumstances of this birthday dunking will have to be investigated properly. At ease.
Right now, everybody out of the bathroom. Let Freddie finish her bath in peace.
It's her birthday, Grandma. Don't you think she wants company?
I'm going to interrogate her alone.
You try my patience.
All right, Mum. We'll carry on later.
Oh.
You ATAs just can't keep out of the water, can you?
Oh.
Ah, happy birthday, Mademoiselle de Lancel. Please come and sit down. My son tells me I missed the high spot of the day. Indeed, of the year. You'll never get on my good side after such wretched treatment.
Well, there isn't enough hot water to repeat the performance, Lord Longbridge.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I give you a toast. To Marie-Frédérique de Lancel. We welcome her here to this country. We welcome her here to our home. And on this, her 21st birthday, we wish her health and happiness and an early reunion with her own family. Marie-Frédérique.
Thank you.
Here.
To Freddie.
To Freddie.
Freddie.
Come in.
I've brought you a birthday present.
Couldn't it wait until morning?
No, I don't think so. It's strictly a nighttime present.
Oh, it's so warm.
It's my very own hot water bottle.
Oh, I couldn't possibly deprive you of it.
It's a must around here. We've been together through many cold and lonely nights.
Oh, in that case,
Well, good night, Freddie. Since you're not asleep.
I can't sleep if you're here.
Right, so it's only one question. I'm going to command a new squadron. A bunch of American chaps who've come over to give us a hand. The Eagle Squadron, they're called, no less. I'm completely baffled as how to approach these blighters. They're real glamour boys.
But just call them guys instead of blighters and chaps and glamour boys, and you'll do just fine. Good night, Tony.
You sure?
Yes.
You've made me feel a lot more secure. Oh, Freddie. Darling, beautiful Freddie. We'd better try that again, I think. I may freeze to death out here, you know?
What a frightful thought.
What? No mercy.
I'll keep you warm.
All right, wait a minute.
Are you sure you're a pilot?
Quite positive.
Oh, I'm surprised you haven't been shot down the way you're looking for a place to land.
I think I've found it. Before we go any further, one question.
What?
Will you marry me?
Here it comes. Let's go. Quick.
So, that's your girl. Now I understand the mad rush.
A big smile, everybody, please. Thank you. Hold it. Thank you. Could I have the family of the crew, please?
If you weren't such a reckless driver, I'd have married you myself. Congratulations.
You?
Yes, Mrs. Longbridge. Flight Lieutenant Jock Hampton at your service. At a safe distance, of course. Tony's my squadron leader.
Really?
He's always reminding us Yanks that we're too hot-headed. Does he know what kind of maniac he married?
I fly unarmed, so don't worry. You fellows grab all the action while we just creep along in our little old delivery service.
You two seem to be hitting it off.
We see eye to eye on everything.
Oh, come on, darling. We're off first. The others will follow. See you, Jock.
Bye.
Freddie de Lancel, you beautiful, wonderful handful. You married the wrong guy.
Well, I see you are a man who appreciates fine things.
I had my choice of many houses, but I feel like a caretaker. The fortunate curator of a museum. Are you a collector, Vicomte?
Well, it was my passion, my reason for living. Before the war, I used to spend every vacation devoted to travel. Florence, Rome, London, Madrid. Well, those were the days, were they not, General?
For me, the days are more interesting now. Captain Rutterman speaks highly of your cooperation. In what way can I be of service, Vicomte?
Well, General von Stern, I came to see you because Captain Rutterman's responsibilities have been transferred to your command, and because there are always opportunities for men who are on the alert for them, especially in wartime.
Go on.
Rutterman may be included with your blessing, but he steals more than he should from the Reich already.
Be careful of what you say.
Oh, no. Captain Rutterman does his job zealously, but he also recognizes that there are profits to be made on the black market. Profits that will lead to respectable opportunities after the war.
If that is so, he will be punished.
You see, General, When the war is over, there will be very little champagne to quench the thirst of celebration. In Zurich, for instance, it is already worth 4 times what it cost before the war. It is like gold. I know where you could acquire a secret supply of the very finest vintage champagnes. 500,000 bottles. If we were to acquire it, there would be no harm to the Third Reich, only to the greedy French who hid it away.
You put things in an unusual way.
I hoped you'd understand.
Vicomte, it pleases me to have attractive ladies at my dinner parties. I'm a great admirer of your sister. Perhaps you could arrange to bring her tomorrow night. Later, the 2 of us could talk about the details of your proposition.
Of course, General.
Good.
I'm frightened. Armand has been taken prisoner at Dunkirk and sent somewhere in Germany to work. Until 4 months ago, he always wrote to tell me he was well, and now there's only silence.
Well, what have you done to find out where he is?
What can I do? My friends can't help me.
Have you no German friends?
Of course not.
Oh, now there is a mistake, little goose. If you'll permit me to say so, you have cut yourself off from the people who could help you most.
The Germans?
But they do control Europe. Who else but the Germans?
Why would a German help me to find a Jew?
You see everything as you used to. It was a charming quality in peacetime, but it's naive in our present circumstances. You are a famous actress. Use your influence.
Influence?
Fame is influence if it is properly managed. To leave it unmanaged is like burning money.
I wouldn't know where to start.
All right. Well, then you must put yourself in my hands, hmm?
Do you really think there's hope?
Come. Of course there's hope. I'm sure I can be of help.
You are a superb artist, mademoiselle. I understand that you are under contract to DeVille. Greven has worked wonders, has he not?
Gentlemen, ladies, I bid you good night. Your brother tells me you have interest in a certain French prisoner?
Yes, General. His name is Armand Sadowski, and I have details of his regiment.
My sister would be grateful for any information that would allow her to hope, General.
Such information is normally impossible to obtain, even for me.
Well, my sister understands that what she asks is most unusual, most irregular.
Will you try to find out where he is? Can I hope?
I should have to ask favors. Important favors. Favors that would have to be repaid. But then I can count on your being a woman of the world, can I not? Your brother has surely made that all quite clear to you. Meanwhile, it would please me to have you stay and discuss the matter. My driver will take you home when you like.
General, you may not count on me any more than I may count on you.
Oh, I'm coming up.
No.
No, but I want to talk to you. This isn't the last of it.
Foul and filthy business are you doing with him, Bruno? He treated me like I was for sale. No, he treated me like I'd already been sold and he was waiting.
Well, do you imagine that he would go to the trouble of finding your Jew for nothing?
What? So that's what you meant when you spoke of using my influence? Good night.
You don't deserve my help, Delphine. Open your eyes, you stupid bitch. Pride is for the conquerors, see, not the vanquished. You embarrassed me tonight.
Surprise landing.
Tony!
Darling.
Oh, I thought you were supposed to be in Hatfield.
I've got 2 whole hours. Come on.
300 miles through the muck just for 2 hours. That's my kind of chap.
Darling, what is it?
We must be crazy.
We married each other, didn't we? Oh, you could sink a sub with a face like that. What's the matter, Freddie?
I'm pregnant. Uh-huh. You're shell-shocked.
No, Freddie. I'm the happiest man in the world. How long?
4 months.
Have you seen a doctor?
Of course not. He'd only ground me. I turned him as fit as can be. It's gonna be an easy landing, I promise. I keep my weight down so that I can get another few months of flying in.
Hang on, Freddie. That's our baby's life you're risking.
Tony, you're not a bus driver.
That's different.
Hell it is. Ain't no damn good at all if I'm grounded for a little extra weight I carry.
You are grounded. You're finished flying for now. I'll ring Mother and tell her to expect you at the Grange, all right?
No, it's not. If you really loved me, you wouldn't have gotten me pregnant until after the war.
How long will it take?
The cellar will be empty by dawn.
Jeanette, what's going on out there?
It's the Germans, madam.
I better go down and see what's happening.
It may not be wise, madam. They've declared a curfew. Anyone found outside after dark will be shot.
$500,000 bottles, and you have them hidden?
Not everything is as it seems, Captain.
Beeilung, meine Herren. Das war der Mitte. Und hier die Kisten nach rechts. Was ist los? Rechter, links Bisschen langsam. Auf der Mitte. Ja, so, hier.
There is no doubt. It is from the treasure.
The Martins.
Who are they?
The man is Chief Salaman. They must be caught.
You were right, Louis. They're loading the lorries now. Quick, go! That way. Come on.
Einen haben wir! Guck rüber!
Am rein!
Turn him over.
Do it!
It's not him. It's not Martin.
Let's move on! Wait. That way. Go! Traitor.
Hello, this is Madame de Lancel.
I have been studying the harvest reports for last year. They are not good. My superiors have informed me that they expect better results this time.
The grapes this year are superb. But without more experienced workers, they will rot on the vine. Tell that to your superiors.
Runter von der LKW!
So, rüber, absichern!
Modeste, sur Pierre!
Gestiegen! Was ist denn mit dir los? Zurück, verflucht nochmal! Zurücktreten! Los! Dummen Hunde! Eine Reihe hier!
Madame de Lancel, I have arranged assistance for this harvest. Men who are very experienced in the vineyards. Now, madame, you Champenois have no excuses.
Zu Befehl! Los, vorwärts!
Los!
Los, weiter!
Also.
Could you men take those baskets off that cart?
Madame, it's Armand. Armand Sadowski.
Los! I didn't recognize him.
Split the cluster. Very good. Now you. Come on. Come on. You know nothing about grapes, do you? You will be returned and shot, along with any others who have taken advantage of our generosity. I want him on the train tonight.
Good afternoon, Philippe.
It is now, at least with the pleasure of seeing you.
Garçon! Where's that coffee?
I should like to put a teaspoon of poison into each of their cups.
A few prisoners sent for harvest are being returned to Germany on tonight's train to their deaths. One of them is my daughter's fiancé. Will you help?
Yes, but we shall need your help. We're short of men because of our other operations.
I'll find someone.
Eve? The curfew is being enforced, you know that. What could be worth the risk?
A friend.
Pray for your safe return.
Where's Sadovsky?
Inside. You did well, madame.
So did you.
Good evening, Madame Martin.
How is Edward?
Since they killed his father, he doesn't say a word. Nothing. He stares into space, hardly moving.
Edward?
Ah, Mom.
How can I thank you, madame?
You mean the world to my daughter. That's all I needed to know.
How is she?
I haven't heard from her for several months. It has become very difficult in Paris.
You must be at the Ondine crossing in 1 hour. You told them midnight?
Yes.
It's here. Come on.
I'll take them.
No, madame, I'll take them myself. You've done enough for tonight.
Thank you, madame.
Godspeed, Armand.
Halt! Halt!
Where have you been? Damn it! You have no idea what's at stake. You have a duty to safeguard Valmont. Listen to me! You cannot jeopardize what belongs to me.
Valmont does not belong to you, and never will.
Then we lose everything.
Bullet just grazed me. You were right.
I'll get some hot water and bandages.
Los raus! Absitzen! Ausstellungen einnehmen! Hat sich das aus?
Vicomte? Is your stepmother at home?
Why, what's the matter?
A resistance operation took place last night. Some of the workers escaped. A woman was spotted among the group.
We have brave women in Champagne, Captain.
She is a foolish woman if she is caught. Where were you last night?
Here. Of course.
It has been suggested by our sources that you should be watched very carefully. Has Madame de Lancel been here all night?
All night, Captain. You have my word.
Oh, Annie has so much energy. I think I'll sign her up for the ATA. I think we'll make a great couple.
For my dead body. As soon as this war's over, I'm going to make of you a proper English gentlewoman.
I can't imagine Freddie doing needlepoint.
It's the price one pays for marrying an aristocrat.
Won't be long now before the invasion. The seaports are so clogged with men and materials, we'll be able to sink the whole island ourselves without Hitler's help.
I guess I'll never ferry a bomber. Baby or no baby.
Talking of bombers, they'll be scrapping everything after this bloody war is over. I'll be able to pick up a few DC-3s for my air cargo business in California. You can fly one in anytime you want, Freddie.
Oh, that sounds great.
You're bloody serious, aren't you? After the war, I'm going to burn your uniform, cut up your forage cap and wings, make you grow your hair down to your knees, and then get you pregnant again.
It's my duty to vegetate? Is that it? Baby or no baby, I'm a pilot. I was a pilot first. I'm going to be a pilot again.
Do you say the stupidest things, Tony?
Ready?
Why is everyone against me? For God's sake, Freddie's being a pain. Hasn't been the same between us since Annie.
You don't understand what the war has done.
I'll tell you what it's done. It's turned Freddie into something I don't like.
Well, then blame Hitler, not Freddie. Freddie, Jane, and a lot of other women have had to do things they never thought possible. Like flying Spits, bombers, living through the Blitz.
If I'm lucky enough to survive this war, I don't want to have to battle to survive my own marriage.
Freddie loves flying, Tony. You can't cheat her out of her future.
You Yanks just don't seem to understand. There's only one commander per squadron.
Jubilation sweeps France as French troops head the advance that will bring freedom once more to the majestic city of Paris. General de Gaulle, that great symbol of France, sends his trusted generals Leclerc and Koenig to head the striking force. Frenchmen everywhere are jubilant as they see the tanks of the Free French forces, together with the men
Isn't your sister in Paris?
smash the
Yes.
remnants of the crushed.
For the future. The future.
Of course. Circumstances have changed for both of us now that the surrender of Paris has been negotiated.
Yes, you'd better get out with your treasures quickly. The resistance are handily dealing with your troops all over the city.
Your countrymen have become rabid indeed.
Well, you've taught us well.
I doubt we have taught you anything, de Lancel.
At any rate, we've both made a great deal of money, and Switzerland is close enough for you to get to. I, at least, have the good fortune to remain in France.
Ah, de Lancel. You are a true survivor.
Thank you.
No, it's all right. It's Armand. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Monsieur Paul, is that you?
Of course it's me!
He's back, he's back. Oh, my God.
Eve? Eve? Sono where's my... In all my life, I've never felt such loneliness.
Oh, my God. I know.
The flags. Mother?
After your father died, the heart went out of her. God rest her soul. Freddie? Delphine?
Both safe and well.
Oh, no. Married?
Yes, our little Delphine is going to marry. She's very happy and very much in love. Thank you, Jeanette. Oh, by the way, this is the Honorable Mrs. Anthony Longbridge and Annie, your granddaughter.
She looks just like Freddie. Oh, we're blessed with miracles.
I noticed that the smaller vineyards have lost acres of vines from neglect, and, you know, without some help from the bank, we'll probably fail. Never mind, the treasure will save Valmont. Let's get rid of that.
Father.
Did I frighten you, Bruno?
No. No, I was just surprised.
I arrived this morning. We must have a glass of champagne.
Yes, of course.
Why not a pink champagne, Bruno? A pink champagne from a good vintage. The kind your grandfather took such pride in. The best Lancel.
You sound strange, Father. Not yourself, not at all.
You see this? My father gave me this when I left for war in 1914. I used it this morning to open the treasure. I don't have to tell you what I found.
No, don't give yourself the trouble.
500,000 bottles gone.
I used them as any intelligent man. While you were having your soft war in London, tagging after your courageous general, never seeing a German, I did what I had to.
And for whom did you have to do this?
The family. I had no option. The Germans insisted they knew all about it.
You're lying. No one knew.
Well, that's as it may be.
Leave here. Leave Champagne.
Gladly.
And leave France.
Never. This is my country.
You have no country from this time onwards. Unless you do leave France, I will expose you. You dishonor your country and your name.
It's your name, too, don't forget. You would do anything to protect it.
There you were wrong. I will do anything to get rid of you! Oh, yes. Yes, you would do that too, wouldn't you? I took the bullets out. Oh, I thought of using it on you earlier, but I want you to live, knowing that as long as you live, you can never again return to France. So go! 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 Go!
Bloody warm for April.
How about bloody beautiful?
Don't let's go overboard, Freddie. It's a holiday, that's all. This heat has probably taken its toll on Port Jock, too.
I don't want to hear another excuse. I came here to get paid.
Hey, now, wait a second.
No,
Look,
I'm
will
not
you
here
listen
to
to me?
discuss it.
Oh, there he is, in trouble again.
I'm not here to discuss it.
Hallelujah! Come on, let's go see Uncle Jock. Hey, wait, hold on. Hey, now give me one more week, okay?
You got 1 week, or you got no plane.
Yeah. Annie, look at you. Oh, what a big girl you are. Oh, thanks for coming, Tony. Oh.
Well, you know the rules. Just to look around and then back home, Yank.
Oh, look, I don't know how you dragged him out of the muck, but whatever you did, it was worth it, partner.
You heard the commander. Just one look.
Oh, come on, we know different, don't we? Huh? So, what do you think of the Flying Green Grocer?
Well, I know you're in on the ground floor of a whole new industry, but how do you expect to make it if you're not flying?
I finished the run an hour ago, San Jose and back. A half a ton of tomatoes and a ton of onions.
When's your next run?
Day after. I'm waiting on lemons for Frisco, flowers for Illinois. Tony, I need more planes. I need some help from people I can trust. I need to lease at least 3 more planes. Just imagine this. 3 DC-3s loaded to the gills, delivering produce and everything else that's worth getting in a hurry to New York, Boston, Chicago.
You Yanks do too much imagining.
Well, why don't you try it, huh? Come in with me. We'll be partners. We'll all be together again.
We're just visiting, Jock.
Okay, then just visit for a year.
Oh, Tony!
Oh, terrific! Terrific!
Post-war opportunities are creating one of the biggest booms this country has ever seen, Vicomte. Sound investment, has the bouquet of a fine wine. Wouldn't you say?
Yes, Mr. Tash.
My wife and I often enjoy your Chateau Valmont. It's a shame more Americans don't appreciate champagne. Unfortunately, we're a beer and pretzel country, Vicomte.
Well, I did not come in from London to discuss champagne, Mr. Tash. Have you received my letter?
Oh, yes, of course, Vicomte. How much did you want to invest?
$20 million. Naturally, if more is needed, then that's available.
20 million in California is a hell of a commitment. Just be sure that you keep it away from those half-baked movie makers. And with your investment success in London, I'm sure that we can get as many investors as you want to go in with you.
I'm not interested, and my participation should be kept quiet. Do you understand?
Well, yes, of course, as you wish. My wife and I traveled in Europe extensively before the war. You must hate being away from France.
The discussion is over, Mr. Tash. Your attempt at familiarity bores me.
Thanks, Jim.
So, where's Our Lady of the DC-3s this morning?
Salinas Valley Produce Association for 2 days. We can make a daily run, full both ways if she gets the contract.
Supervise Annie this, supervise Annie that. Read her to sleep tonight, gone flying. She'd never have done this back home, not in a million years.
She said she tried to wake you, but you were out cold.
Freddie hasn't touched down in a week. I got lonesome and had a few. You'd have done the same, old boy.
Tony, we have got 5 planes with 2 more coming. She's doing a hell of a job. You're a lucky man, or maybe you don't know it.
Oh, put a sock in it, Jock. She hasn't been the same since she set foot in California. As if she owns the whole bloody world. Oh, hello, Brenda.
Honey,
Come upstairs a minute. I want to show you something.
did you see the prospectus on the 2 new planes?
Well, of course I did. I thought you did a marvelous job.
Thank you.
Right in here.
Winged eagles can handle as much as you can grow. Wholesalers all over the country are clamoring for California fruits, vegetables, and flowers. If your produce is as good as you brag about, they'll pay premium dollars. And air shipping will look mighty cheap.
Haybrook Farms took a bath on those ripe tomatoes to New York. It seems one of your DC-3s felt like staying in Kansas for 2 days.
We do break down sometimes. But did Haybrook tell you how much money they're making when we don't break down?
Well, no, they don't reveal that.
We got surplus melons and lettuce, but no buyer. You come up with one, I'll try you.
You bring me a ton tomorrow at 2, and I'll get you a buyer. Or I'll eat them myself.
You can't catch me. I see stars through it.
Annie.
Yes, Mommy?
Annie, honey, not in here. Outside.
Yes, Mommy, I'm sorry.
Girl.
It's such a pity Armand can't be here. He's doing this film. Next year, we'll all meet in Champagne.
Are you suggesting there's not enough room here?
No.
Yes, you are. Oh, I know we've got to get a bigger place. I'm sick of rented furniture. I want my own home. I just haven't had any time to look with the business growing like it has. Would you look at our children? They are so different.
So are our husbands.
Yes.
Well, I'm not going to allow Lauren to date till she's 20. You remember what I was like when I was young? Oh. I was a living horror. I'm going to watch her like a hawk. Where's Tony? And he's not going to wait till midnight to blow out these candles.
He's working late. Jock promised me he'd collect him and get him here on time.
You still flying in bad weather? Well, how does it feel to be a successful businesswoman?
I'm trying to be a good wife, too, but it's hard. Do you know things were going to be wonderful between you and Armand from the very beginning?
I was mad about him from the second I laid eyes on him. I nearly blew it after the war, feeling guilty about Bruno and the rape. I followed your advice and I told him everything. He wanted to kill Bruno.
Why did you stop him?
I don't know.
My life's different from me. I love Annie and Tony so much. When I can't get home to be with them every single night, I feel like I'm doing everything wrong. There we go. Voila!
Your daughter is waiting to blow out her birthday candles.
Well, I'm celebrating here tonight where I can count on the company.
Get on your feet. Come on, get on your feet. Come on.
Hey, where are you going?
Fool. Look at you. You're married to an incredible woman and you are blowing it.
Tell me about it.
You in front of me. It kills me to see you throwing it away.
You've always been obsessed with Freddie. You're in love with her, aren't you?
Hello?
Freddie? Look, I'm sorry about tonight. You better go on without Tony. He got caught up in something.
We already have.
As you may know, the bank has been under some financial pressure, but I'm happy to say that an attractive offer has been made for its purchase and all is well. As a result of all of this, I think I can say that you may count on the loan for your firm, Winged Eagles.
You mean you're not at all concerned about the cancellation of the government contract?
Well, I think you're going to be very pleasantly surprised to find out that your brother has made a substantial offer to buy this bank. And with the bank in the family, I don't think you have anything to worry about as far as your loan is concerned. Yes. Oh, good. Send him in. Nice to see you.
Ready? I hoped you'd still be here. You look well. Hmm? So, from now on, you'll be doing business with me. This firm of yours, Winged Eagles, sounds like it could be a very...
You listen to me, Bruno. You keep your dirty hands off Winged Eagles.
Mrs. Longbridge.
Mr. Armstrong, ask him just how he made his fortune and how he ruined his family. Ask him. Just ask him what he did to my sister. I don't do business with Nazi collaborators. I don't do business with the man who raped my sister.
Little lady, you remind me of someone I once knew.
I'm not a little lady.
Annie, why don't you wait outside and read a book?
I'm just beginning to break the ice with Mr. Castelli.
Annie?
Mom, that's your picture. Who's that man with his arm around you?
An old friend. Boy, I remember when we were so busy planning stunts, I used to sleep in this office. One film right after the other.
Well, flying pictures are out for the time being. Like jitterbugging.
I'm sorry.
Ah, Freddie, what a life. Here I am sitting on my duff, nothing to do but look after my investments.
Huh?
Oh, yeah. Back in the good old days, I bought land, restaurants, gas stations, you name it. And it all turned to gold. I am bored.
Boy, have I got a job for you.
No, not in that air cargo outfit of yours. Jock Hampton wasn't the only veteran to have ideas about air cargo. 3 or 4 of them have gone bust this year alone.
Swede, it's the future. And Winged Eagles will make it.
Oh, what makes you so sure?
I want you to run Winged Eagles. Our problem is too much business too fast. Oh, you're gonna have more damn fun trying to figure out our mess. And maybe I can straighten out mine.
Well, what do we use for money?
Well...
Oh, mine, I guess, knowing you.
Okay, if you insist. Oh, come on, you said you had more than you need.
Ah, what the hell? Count me in.
Ah, sweet, thank you. I love you. Do you like that house?
Actually, yes. That is probably the only kind of house that looks absolutely right in California.
We need a new house, don't we? Come on, come with me. Come on. Well, what do you think?
I'm assuming you've already bought it.
Everything is going terrific since we went in charge, right? Well, I went out and found this place. It's ship-shape from top to toe, all systems working, checked out, and ready to be lived in.
Charming. Really charming. Where's the bar?
There's no bar. But I did think of something. best Lancel.
Cheers.
You don't think it's too big, do you, Tony? Because when we have more children and we entertain, it won't seem nearly as big.
So you have all that already planned, do you?
What's wrong with dreaming about the future?
I was hoping I could do this drunk. Although Dutch courage never works for me, particularly not for this.
You don't like the house?
This? This is precisely the sort of thing you do that I cannot endure. Here's your whole cocked-up life, Tony. Compliments of Freddie. Your dreams are tomorrow's facts. I'm incidental. I'm your bloody consort. We're wrong together, Freddie. We're dead wrong.
You must have had a few since you woke up this morning. If you could hear it yourself, you'd be so ashamed.
I've been ashamed for years. I'm almost used to it. You take over everything, Freddie, don't you? You took over our lives the minute we moved here 6 years ago. If it hadn't been for you, we'd have been busting back in England in 6 months. But you were invincible. Unbeatable, as always. You, Jock, and Swede made Winged Eagles work. I've been excess baggage from the beginning.
Tony, stop it. How could you be so horribly unfair? I couldn't have made it without you. Tony, please tell me what went wrong.
We have nothing in common except Annie in the old days. It's not enough. I want a divorce.
Mom, you've got to get dressed.
I don't know why I said I'd go, Annie. Why don't you call Jock and tell him I'm sick?
I will not. You've told me never to lie.
Why do you remember that, when I also told you to obey your mother no matter what?
Oh, Mom, really? I mean, you've been a hermit ever since Daddy went back to England. I mean, people get divorced.
I don't deserve this. You're heartless.
No, I'm not. I'm being sensible. Now pull yourself together and get dressed. And if you don't smile, you know how Jock's going to feel. It's not a real date anyway, so just pretend.
Okay, this looks like it should be part of the red roof.
Yeah, it does.
Ah, it is.
Look.
Good, good. Okay, let's see, treetops.
This is as good as it gets.
Wow.
Wow is right. You're a dream.
Mommy, how old do I have to be before I get to wear a dress like that?
Old. Very, very old, Annie.
Come on, gorgeous.
I'm not your date, Jock. I only agreed to come with you because you said you needed a wingman to protect you.
Okay, okay. This is great, isn't it?
It's awful.
Come on, it's just a reunion.
Why did I say yes? That music.
Shall we?
Freddie and Jock. Jock! Hey! Hey, guys! Freddie! Hey! Good to see you again. Hey, I'm glad you could make it. Good, Freddie. This is my wife, Kathy.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Freddie,
You
film
my
attention. 43. My Stop the music. Hey, can I have a drum roll, please? Hey, guys, can I have your attention, everybody? You guys remember when we used to fall out of our kites and drop our chutes? We used to drink that warm English beer. And remember how we used to sing until we fell down so we could get the strength to do it all again the next day? You remember that sometimes there would be a girl there that would sing those great old war songs? First Officer de Lantel, come on up here. Come on. Help save these guys.
I knew you'd want to do it for the boys. We got all the music.
I'll bet you have.
We'll meet again.
Fellas, put up. We'll meet again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do. Till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away. So will you please say hello to the folks that I know? Tell them I won't be long. They'll be happy to know.
Ready? Wait. Oh, damn, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to upset you. I just didn't think.
Well, you certainly thought of everything else.
Come on, you were terrific in there.
I didn't think I could ever sing those words again.
Let go. There's nothing wrong with being the way you used to be. Let's sit. Come on. Can we just talk? We never just talk except about business.
Just talk.
Yeah. Oh, about anything. The way people might talk when they've known each other for 10 years but don't really know each other at all. Freddie, don't you think I have an existence of my own? A life of hopes and dreams that doesn't have anything to do with the Longbridge family or Winged Eagles?
Jack, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Just listen to me. Listen to me. I had the bad luck to fall in love once in my life in a church in England. 5 seconds before you went and got married. Oh, Freddie. My darling, darling Freddie. I've always loved you. Please, let me try to make you love me. I mean, how could any man be fool enough to leave you? I told Tony that he was out of his mind. Every time I saw him with another girl, I warned him that he was nuts. I mean, thank God he didn't listen to me.
God. Did you just sit around and talked about me?
Well,
Did he tell you all the ugly, sad, private details of what was going on between us? Did you talk about me with his girlfriends? Did you explain how I didn't understand his old buddy? My God! You I never dreamed. I never dreamed.
Give me the tower. Who's that? Joe. Yeah, it's Jock. Listen, I've been calling around all night looking for Freddie. You haven't seen her, have you? What? She took off in the Bonanza when? Damn it, she was in no condition to fly.
Every time I saw him with another girl, I warned him he was nuts. I won't marry you, Mary. It's not enough. It's not enough. Every time I saw him with another girl, I warned him he was nuts. I won't marry you, Mary.
Mrs. Longbridge. Mrs. Longbridge. Mrs. Longbridge. Your mother's here. Would you like to see her? All right, but it'll just be for a few minutes. I spoke to your ex-husband a number of times in England, but not as often as I spoke to Mr. Hampton. He's been here since the accident. Would you like to see him? Are you sure?
Dr. Davis, telephone, please. Dr. Davis, telephone, please. Dr. Blair, Dr. Blair, Dr. J. Hamilton, Dr. J. Hamilton.
Well, we're over the rough part.
Thank God.
Thanks for everything, Doc.
Can we see her now?
You can see her, Mrs. DeLancel, but I'm afraid that she doesn't want to see you, Mr. Hampton. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, for
I'm
5
sorry.
minutes at
She
least.
meant no, and I can't disturb her about
Well, wait
it.
Jock, be patient. Freddie's all right, and that's what counts. Darling, how are you?
I'm all right now that you're here. How's Annie?
She's all right. Jock's been taking care of her. He was worried sick about you. Why won't you see him?
He's the reason that I'm here.
all about Tony and other women. And he used that to gain an advantage. It's not important, Mother. Everything is over for me now. Even flying.
Nonsense, my darling. You'll fly again, Freddie. In time, you'll forget this bitter memory.
When I took off in that plane, I hated every man in my life. I hated Tony for leaving me, Mac for dying, and Jock for being so cruel and dishonest. I'll never be able to forgive him.
Love has its risks, just like flying. Don't be afraid to love again, Freddie. It's what's missing from your life right now.
I like a woman who knows how to get the best from a lobster. Damn it, Eve, I'm gonna miss the hell out of you.
Oh, those dinners, all those movies. You're a wonderful friend, Jock. You never let us feel alone for a minute. I don't know what Annie and I would have done without you all this time.
Eve, listen. About Freddie.
I've tried, Jock. I've asked her every week, and it's always the same.
I never had a chance with her.
Once Freddie's cast you out of her life, there isn't much hope. She doesn't even mention Tony. She's been terribly hurt, Jock.
She's different from every other female. She always was. No other girl ever came close.
I won't argue that with you.
It's Mac. Swede told me she never got over him. Just what in hell was so special about him?
He was the first man in Freddie's life. She gave herself so completely, so blindly, and then he was gone. It was a terrible time. She measured every man by Mac. Not by who he was, but who he had to be.
Hi, Freddie.
Well, when can I expect them? Hold on. Look, I'll call you right back.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
I want out. No strings.
What the hell are you talking about?
No, sweet. What do we need her for anyway? Business is great, all the planes are flying, full loads in both directions, and we're making our stockholders very happy.
You buy my stock, or I sell it on the open market. Now, whatever you can do to make this as painless as possible, I'd appreciate it.
Painless? Painless for who?
Marcel, I just don't understand this delay with my loan.
All vineyard loans are being delayed, Paul.
This is most inconvenient. The very worst time.
We have always backed the great champagne houses, you know that. Your business has not been good, Paul. None of the houses is doing well, but some have more capital than Valmont. Banking is a business too. When the region does poorly, so do we.
You're not going to turn me down?
You have borrowed on all of your assets. We can only make a small loan on the equipment. I am sorry. Oh, yes, Vicomte. Your father was just here. I made him a loan as he requested. But he has nothing left to borrow against. Absolutely nothing.
Hello, darling.
Hello. How did it go?
Well, I didn't get the amount I asked for. But the bank will lend us enough money to get us through the next harvest.
If it had gone well, you would have called me from town.
We'll make it. The champagne houses will just have to pool their resources. Of course, it would have been different if we'd had the treasure. I blame myself every day for Bruno. Every day of my life. We've all had to suffer for it. It was hard for me to believe I could hate my own son. I promised you a good gallop. So come on, let's race.
He's gone, madam.
Got you some magazines for the flight. Now listen, Freddie. You call me if you need anything at all. Your mother's a brave lady. She's been through a war. She's gonna get through this. Don't you worry about that flight. I looked her over. That Constellation's a damn nice little airplane. Hey. You're gonna be okay. Huh?
Would you like a pillow? May I take your coat?
No, thank you. I'm cold.
The cabin will warm up once we take off.
Dear Lord, we prepare a place for Paul de Lancel where there shall be peace always. He will in death, as in life, share in your earth of so many bountiful harvests. And with his salvation will be everlasting love from his memory for his wife Eve,
Your father would not have wanted you here. I will not allow you to disgrace his memory. Leave at once.
Well, I will not let you deprive me of my greatest pleasure.
Oh, filthy bastard!
He killed father.
You know Monsieur Offray the notaire. I have given him some papers. He has studied them. I'll now distribute a copy to each of you. The laws of the Republic are simple. 1/3 to my father's wife, and the remainder divided among his children. But that is unnecessary in our situation.
What are you saying?
I've waited for this moment. My father married a whore and brought disgrace on our family.
How dare you?
As you can see from the papers, our father mortgaged all the assets of Chateau Valmont, the house, the fields, the reserve of champagne, and could not pay. When he defaulted, I made every single payment with great pleasure. Now, all that goes with the house of Valmont belongs to me.
I can't believe this.
My attorneys are seeing to it that the final papers arrive promptly. In any event, I shall be in possession of Valmont in about 48 hours. Leave here. Now. I never want to see any of you again.
Stop right there! Get him on the horse. Yes, sir. Come on. Get him up. I was there when you killed my father. Come on, go, go.
account paid in full.
What do we do now, Captain?
We report the hunting accident at headquarters, my boy.
The accident, Captain?
An accident if ever I saw one.
Oh, Mother. I used to think I had the answers to everything. But with Mac's death and Tony's leaving me, I wonder what kind of life I have. Flying is a nightmare to me after the crash. Flying, my first love. I can never take a plane up again. I've lost the horizon.
Your father said that a harvest, like life, is always problematical. Spring bounty is no guarantee of autumn fulfillment. Life has no guarantees either. You can either ride your dreams like a thoroughbred, or drag behind like a pack mule. I understand your feelings of loss and disappointment. But even a perfect champagne can't last forever. But it does leave a special glow in the back of your throat after you've swallowed it. That glow is called a farewell. Another chance to remember. A reminder that life does go on, no matter how hard it seems sometimes. Goodbye, Freddie. Give Annie a big hug for me, okay?
Bye. I'll miss you. Bye, Freddie.
Goodbye. You take care.
How dare he do this?
He's been out with her almost every afternoon since you've been gone.
How could you let him?
There she is. Now remember, Freddie, you were flying at Annie's age.
Annie!
Nice job.
Annie!
Oh. Did you see me, Mom? Did you?
I saw you all right. You did fine.
Oh, Mom, I did not. I was all over the place. That's what Jock said anyway. But each time I get a little better.
Of course you will.
He says I have a lot to learn. I wanted to surprise you because I knew how sad you were about Grandpa. It was all my idea. Jock thinks you're gonna get mad because I made him give me lessons.
Why don't you go up to the lunch counter and wait with Sweet, okay?
All right, Mom.
All right, hon. Get out of there.
Why should I?
Because I want to tell you what I think of you.
That's too tempting to turn down.
I was going to tear you apart with my bare hands. Until I saw how happy Annie was. I figure some of the credit goes to you.
Thanks. She's a natural, Freddie. Just like you.
Watching Annie, it takes me back so long ago. There was someone who taught me how to fly.
Mac. Yeah, your mother told me.
Made it very easy for me.
Oh, you make it easy, Freddie, or you make it impossible. It's always full throttle, both ways.
Does that bother you?
Never has, never will. How many times do I have to tell you I like you just the way you are? Listen, let's take up this little kite, huh?
No.
Come on. Come on, I've always wanted to fly with you, and it's the best time of day to watch the sunset.
No.
Come on.
Damn it, Jock, I've completely lost my nerve since the accident. I can't even get into the plane.
I don't know what you want out of life, but you are not allowed to lose your nerve. I mean, damn it all, Freddie. You know, something, I had a little dog when I was a kid. I never could figure her out. Just when she's supposed to be inside by the fire, she's outside in the rain.
I bet your dog ran away.
How'd you know that? I told you once that I fell in love for keeps when I first set my eyes on you. The years between, I've tried to make it disappear. I don't want to be in love with you.
I mean, I want to, but you are. I like single-mindedness in a man. It's a lovable quality.
I am never going to lose you. And I'm never going to let you go. So, lady, we are going flying. Now.
It's Mom!
You okay?
Yeah.
It's all yours, partner.
All right, I've got it.